Easter. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Welcome to Unity of Sacramento Live. I'm your host, Reverend Kevin Ross. My friends call me Rev Kev, and so can you. We are so excited to have you joining us for this powerful Resurrection Sunday. Whether you are here for our Easter drive-in experience, we're so glad. Give some hearts and thumbs up to those that are participating in our Easter drive-in experience, or whether you are joining us from around the world, we're so happy to be bringing you this powerful spiritual experience on this amazing Resurrection Day. We recognize that Corona cannot stop our celebration, and social distancing does not stop our spiritual connection. And so if you have a cell phone, if you have a tablet, if you have a laptop, if you have an internet connection, you have your connection to the spiritual community. We are your online connection to the beloved community. We're so glad you are here with us on this sacred Sunday. And so we want you to do something to help us to spread our vision. Our vision simply says, centered in God, we co-create a world of peace, prosperity, and unconditional love for all. And the way you help us to grow this conversation of unconditional love and inclusion is like, tag, share, and subscribe. Like, tag, share, and subscribe, and help us to have the biggest, grandest, brightest watch party celebration on this Resurrection Sunday. Start your watch parties right now, because we're about to bring you the best of Unity of Sacramento music like you have never felt before. Get ready to get your soul stirred. Get ready to get your Easter off and running. This is going to be an amazing experience for you and for me. Watch this.
You are the Word at the beginning, one with God the Lord Most High. Your hidden glories in creation, now revealed in you, our Christ. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful name it is. Nothing can stand against. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus. You didn't want heaven without us, so Jesus, you brought heaven down. This world is great, your love is greater. What can separate us now? What a wonderful name it is. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a wonderful name it is. the Lamb. Precious, He's precious and worthy, so worthy. Precious is the Lamb, worthy is the Lamb.
The precious Lamb of God. You love me so, I'll let the world know. The precious Lamb of God. Holy is the Lamb, the precious Lamb of God. You love me so, I'll tell the world no. The precious Lamb of God. Holy is the Lamb, the precious Lamb of God. You love me so, I'll never let go. Holy is the Lamb, oh, the precious Lamb of God. You love me so, I'll let the world know. The precious Lamb of God.
God in three persons, blessed
Oh, I know your soul was stirred up by that. I know you are feeling the spirit by that. I know you're connecting to resurrection power because of that amazing music that just comes right out of the heart and soul of our campus here at Unity of Sacramento. If you are feeling that music, go ahead and show your love and appreciation. Throw some hearts and thumbs up and let's just flood it on this sacred Sunday. All out in the Easter drive-in experience. Come on, throw yours up as well. We're so glad on this Resurrection Sunday that our spirit will not be crushed by this interruption, this little break from our norm, that we're creating a new norm. And that new norm is called love rising right here and right now. So we're grateful for that. We want to thank all of you for taking the time to send in your thoughtful memes, inspirational sayings, quotations, videos, all of those things that are supporting you with getting through this challenging period of the stay-in-place order. Some of us have had to turn to social media a great deal to just keep our inspiration. And I'm glad that you're willing to share that with us here. And this one that we're going to share with you this week, maybe we'll share two. But the one that we're going to share with you right now is one that's going to take you deep in the heart space, because there's something about the pure innocence of a child that when a child shares, that we can hear it all the more clearly. This one was sent in by our former board president and member, David Cook. Open your heart and watch this. Let your soul be inspired on this special edition of Unity of Sacramento Live, Resurrection Sunday. Watch this. We'll be right back.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I woke up this morning on my horizon. 3 little birds were on my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melody blowing true. And they said, this message is you. They said, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Oh, wasn't that the all-time best? I mean, was that just the cutest thing you've ever seen? Thanks, David, for sending that in. The message is most important, though, right? That everything is going to be all right. And it's something that we want to let sink deep down in our souls, that everything is going to be all right. And let this inspire you to keep on keeping on during this season that we're moving through together, yeah? Nothing like the beauty of a child to bring it to us in a way that we can't miss it. Listen, if you are being inspired by Facebook memes, if you're being inspired by quotes and videos that are helping you to move through this period, we want to hear from you. Write to us at office@unityofsacramento.com, office@unityofsacramento.com, and maybe we will have an opportunity to feature your video, your meme, your inspiring saying on another edition of Unity of Sacramento Live. I look forward to reading them and watching them and working with the team to select who's going to be up next. Stay tuned for more of this powerful resurrection experience on Unity of Sacramento Live. Watch this.
You are God and you are greater than anything. And I worship you, you're bigger than life to me. You are God and you are greater than anything. And I worship you, you're bigger than life. You are my breakthrough, breakthrough. You are my breakthrough, breakthrough. You are my breakthrough, breakthrough. You are my breakthrough, breakthrough, yeah.
You are God and you are greater than anything. And I worship you, you're bigger than life to me. You are God and you are greater than anything. And I worship you, you're bigger than life to me. You are God and
We come together again for another Resurrection Sunday experience. And right now, more than ever, we are on the precipice of one of the most holy seasons ever. We're celebrating Passover. There's the Buddhist New Year coming. Ramadan is coming. We are just at an apex of spiritual energy that is being released on behalf of those who follow the path of faith. And so for us who follow the master teacher, Jesus the Christ, at this time in celebration of Easter, we look at his life once again, very carefully, walking in his steps once again, from the wilderness to the feeding of the 5,000, to him multiplying more loaves and fish, healing the sick, raising the dead, being challenged and betrayed by those that were close with him. We see him move through so much as our example, as our way shower. And then he is suffering now in Gethsemane, where he prays to the point of blood. This is where we get that expression, blood, sweat, and tears, that Jesus, knowing that he would be facing his death, makes the choice to move forward anyway after being accused by people that he loved, after being sentenced by a government that didn't love him very much. And he was crucified on Golgotha. And then he died. And then we meet him today in Luke, the 23rd chapter, the 53rd verse. Luke, the 23rd chapter, the 53rd verse. And it reads, "Then he took it down, wrapped it in linen cloth, and placed it in a new tomb cut in the rock, one in which no one had yet been laid." This resurrection experience, this Resurrection Sunday, I want you to reflect with me deeply on the topic tomb time. Tomb time. We recognize and we look at very carefully the crucifixion, and we know that crucifixion was a part of Jesus' journey, and it's a devastating part for all of us. But we understand spiritually that crucifixion is the crossing out of the dominion of being ruled by the dominion of the world of effects and crossing over into one's divine nature, crossing out the material effects of the world and crossing over into one's Christhood. And each one of us has that opportunity to have that crucifixion, that crossing out of those things that bind us and keep us from our connection with God. And then we like to leap to resurrection, but I think that the entire world has been placed in a time-out tomb time. We're collectively moving from a crucifixion experience into a time-out, into a tomb time experience. You see, this is what precedes the resurrection. And as much as we want to celebrate the glorious comeback, I want us to focus for a little bit on where we actually are in preparation for our own resurrection, where we actually are. And if we can choose to benefit from this tomb time, this new tomb, this new place, this new cocoon that we're placed in right now, with this stay in place order that we've received. We can choose to resist it and call it something that's restricting our freedom, and call it something that is against us, or we can actually take the same attitude that Jesus did and move forward and use this tomb time to, as he said, physician, heal thyself. That if we could imagine what happened those 3 days. They say he was in the tomb for 3 days, and there was a stone placed in front of that tomb. And right now we're in the tomb for an indefinite period of time. We don't know how long we're going to be in, but we know we're going to be in, and there's a stone. There's a limit that's placed on us as to how long we will be in and when we can come and go. And so we can choose to let this be a catalyst for our transformation, or we can choose to give us something else for which to complain about. What would be possible for you if you and I chose to use this period of tomb time as a catalyst for our transformation rather than a catalyst for more complaint? I want you to think about that for a minute. Complaining about what you don't have. Complaining about who's not in your life. Complaining about who hasn't called you and texted you back. Complaining. Imagine wasting this crisis. They say that Jesus was in the tomb for 3 days. And in the tomb, he was in grave clothes. Grave clothes that bore the tears, that bore the marks of his struggle to Calvary and thereafter. How many of us have our grave clothes on from all of the pains that we've been through in our lives, still wearing the grave clothes, still wearing the scars and the marks and metaphysically the bitterness of the experiences that did not serve us? How many of us are still in our grave clothes trying to have a resurrection, trying to claim a comeback, but we haven't forgiven, we haven't laid aside the grave clothes? When you're in the tomb, you have an opportunity and an invitation to do the healing work that's necessary for your transformation. And I could imagine Jesus being in that tomb, having to face all that he had been through, denied and betrayed, falsely accused, physically assaulted and attacked, crucified and strung up as a failure before everyone, prosecuted by the government. I imagine that in his tomb time, he might have said, you know what, I'm not going back out there. I know that there's supposed to be a resurrection next, but you know what, it's going to end right here. How many of us are at that point of throwing in the proverbial towel because we feel like, well, this is just it. I can't take one more thing, one more rejection, one more door being closed, one more avenue that I thought was that it was supposed to be this, but it turned out to be something. I just can't take it. And so you're using your tomb time to talk yourself out of your potential. If we follow the example of the master teacher, I imagine he must have paced around when he was in the tomb. He says, I know it was a lot. This is God, I know you want much for me, and you have high expectations of me, and I know that I am supposed to reflect your light, your love, and your peace and your joy, but I've got to get over, this is my imagination now, I've got to get over Judas for a minute. I mean, Judas straight up betrayed me. That was my guy. We rode tight. Why would Judas betray me? Why would Peter deny me? Why would they crucify me? And I believe that Jesus moved through his humanness and eventually came to the point where he was willing to take off the grave clothes. I want you to take off the grave clothes. The clothes that define you, that which you have clothed yourself in, that defines you to your lowest possibility, to your most bitter and most painful experience. I want you to remove that. Disrobe yourself from that. And now I want you to allow the balm in Gilead, the healing salve of spirit, to anoint your body, anoint your mental body, anoint your emotional body, anoint your spiritual body. And I want you to allow that to start the process of sacred alchemy, that you're becoming someone new as you're in this tomb. Make a conscious decision right where you are to begin your resurrection process, because you've been invited to stay in place. It's not the first time you've been invited to stay in place. The scripture reminds us, be still and know that I am God. In these 3 days, metaphysically, whatever the length of time is that we are prescribed to stay in place, I want you to do 3 acts. The first thing is I want you to forgive. Take off unforgiveness. Take off unforgiveness. I want you to forgive. Forgive yourself for all of the ways in which you've misjudged yourself other than a child of God. All of the ways in which you've told yourself that you're never going to amount to anything. All of the ways in which you've believed the lies that have been told about you. All of the ways in which you have hurt yourself. I want you to take the radical action in the tomb, in your tomb time. In my tomb time, oh dear God, I forgive me. I take that grave clothes off. Then second thing I want you to do is I want you to forgive others. Think about the ways in which you are still holding on to something that if I continue to hold on, it will be encoded in me and it will get in the way of the planned resurrection. I let it go. I let you go. I am not going to allow you to make me waste a perfect crisis. A crisis is a terrible thing to waste. Type that in the chat room. A crisis is a terrible thing to waste. On the one hand, crisis symbolizes trauma. On the other hand, it symbolizes opportunity. I forgive you. I free you. As the master teacher said from the cross, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Take off the grave clothes of unforgiveness of others. After you have forgiven yourself, after you have forgiven others, now pray. Come freed up and then pray. Invite the presence and the power and the very love of God, good, infinite grace, to shine its light over you in the tomb. Come keep company with me. Come reacquaint me with my divine nature. O Holy One, come cause me to remember who I was before the very beginning of time. Remind me of who I am. Give me a glimpse of the ways in which you see me. You know, when the presence of God sees you, the presence of God sees you free from everything that you've loaded onto yourself and allowed the world to load on you. The presence of God sees its beloved. Sit in the tomb and hear and feel and sense deeply, you are my beloved, with whom I am well pleased. Let that sink down into the very soul of you. And as you pray, reconnect with that realization. I am God's beloved, with whom God is well pleased. And feel deeply. The last vestige of grave clothes being released. And then see and sense and feel yourself now awash in the light of God. And see, sense, and feel the bell tolling for you. Feel the bell toll for you. Feel the bell toll for you. It's your time for your resurrection. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel the bell toll for you. Feel deeply into it. And now witness as the angels descend to roll away the stone. The stone of bitterness. The stone of unforgiveness. The stone of low self-esteem. The stone of self-hatred. The stone of addiction. The stone of revenge. The angels descend. The angels descend and roll away the stone. See that happening for you. See that happening for you. This is your resurrection moment. Witness the stone being rolled away. Witness daylight breaking in the tomb with you. And see, sense, and feel yourself rising with the Master. See yourself rising anew. See the Christ standing up in you. See God stretching out in you. On this, your resurrection day. See it, feel it, accept it. Rise in your Christ nature. You are made new. Crucifixion, tomb time, resurrection. This is our journey, each and every one. We take it with great joy. We let it be. We call it good. And so it is. Amen. And amen. And welcome to Rev Kev's Help Desk, where you have questions and Spirit has answers. I'm happy to be sitting here with Linda. Linda, you have a question for me.
Hi, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
With everything that's going on in the world today, so many businesses have had to close their doors. A lot have laid a lot of people off. Some people have not started unemployment yet since that taking so long to happen. So finances have got to be at the top of a list right now. But what are we going to do? And especially since we don't know how long this is going to continue and then how long it's going to be to recover. My question is, how do people stay positive in this whole arena? And how do they keep their faith in God, that God's going to see them through? How do they know that?
Wow, powerful question, and you're absolutely right. So many people have this question on their hearts. First of all, one of the things that I love about a crisis, I believe that we should never let a crisis go to waste. A crisis is a terrible thing to waste. I'll say it again. A crisis is a terrible thing to waste, because while crisis may trigger the experience of trauma, it opens the door to opportunity and creativity. And so in the space of this crisis, what you want to open yourself to is not only the pain and the trauma and the seeming absence of something, but also the presence of something new that's trying to emerge. Any crisis that comes to us is the birthday of new opportunity. And so right now, in the midst of this crisis, people who are catching the wave, they are actually becoming prosperous. They're opening new businesses. They're charting new courses because they're listening for what's needed and wanted at a time like this. So, first thing I would say to you regarding this is come back to the realization that God is the unfailing source of your supply. Your job is a channel. The job is a channel of supply. It's not the source of your supply. It's a channel. A channel is one way through which the presence wants to get good into your life. So this could be the catapulting of you into a way in which the presence wants to bring something new into your life. Maybe it's time to write that book. Maybe it's time to start that new business, that non-for-profit. Whatever it is, I want to be intensely interested in hearing the ideas that are flowing through right now, because I promise you, for those who have the ears to hear, there's an ocean of ideas flowing through in order to evolve us during this particular time. Okay, so I want you to get that there will be those who will boom in this season of seeming famine. Okay, so that's idea number one. But to your question about how to remain positive, how do I remain positive in a time where it seems to be such a sad time, such a difficult time?
Right.
We're reminded in Scripture that if you have the faith the size of a mustard seed, it does not ask you to have this gigantic faith. You're not expected not to have no emotions. You get that? So if you're feeling sad, fall right into your sadness. Don't judge yourself for having your sadness, and don't let your sadness have you. Don't be possessed by the sadness.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Are you having some sadness?
I've had some, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, yes.
And so that mustard seed worth of faith that you have, because I know is there at least a mustard seed left?
Oh, there's more than that there.
Okay,
yes.
so you got more than that
I got
left.
more
there.
than that left.
Okay, so that more than enough, joined with your connection to God, is enough to strangle out any emotion that wants to dominate you that is not forwarding you in this time, okay? That's not causing you to be innovative and creative and your true self.
Gotcha.
Tell me the type of person you really are. When you think about who you really are, like, what is your real personality?
My real personality is joyous. I'm actually very positive.
Okay.
And I do have a very strong, grounded belief in God and in knowing that God will take care of me and everyone. I do know that.
So is who you really are, ready for this? Is who you said, joyous, positive, grounded in God, is who you really are seasonal?
No.
So is Is there a spring, summer, fall, winter self? Is there a spring, summer, fall, winter personality, character that you show? Or this is who I am. And like any other person, I may have my ups and downs, but when I come back to the core of me, this is who I am.
Exactly. That one. That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so more than anything, and that more than at any time, you want to dig her out.
Gotcha.
You want to dig her out from the voices that want to suffocate the joy.
Yeah.
That want to drown out the positivity. You see, there's such a thing as being a tough-minded optimist, right? You can be tough-minded and optimistic at the same time. You know, you can recognize I can face the facts, but I can stand on the truth at the same time. And sometimes facing the facts might mean, you know what, I'm going to have to fill out some unemployment papers, or I'm going to have to take a cut, or whatever that is, right? But then there's a truth that says that is not your source. That God has amazing channels of supply open to me if I am willing to be receptive to divine ideas. And I promise you, just think for a minute. 9 out of 10 grocery stores were not having people deliver groceries.
Correct.
But somebody saw that this would be a great opportunity to start having delivery services for grocery stores. What's happening now?
Everybody has them.
Everybody, right? Okay. And so that the crisis gave birth to something new.
Right.
And so the question is for you, Linda, what will you make of this crisis? Or what will you allow this crisis to make of you? Thanks so much for visiting with me on Rev Kev's Help Desk.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Until next time on Rev Kev's Help Desk, we look forward to having you back where you have questions and Spirit has answers. And now, families, bring in the children, have them to gather around. You may want to tell little ones to come because Kayvon is coming up next. And boy, is he going to share something real special with us. So stay tuned. Kayvon's coming up next.
He said he was around here. I don't see him anywhere. It's hot out here and I've been looking all day for him. Jesus! Jesus! Jesus, where are you? Come out, wherever you are! Jesus! Nope, he's not over here. I don't see you in here, Jesus. Are you in here? Where did Jesus go? Nope, he's not over there. I'm doing this Easter egg hunt and I can't find Jesus. I only see eggs. Jesus, are you here? Jesus, Rev Kev! Where is Jesus? I've been out here all day long. I even have my special Easter costume on. My special bunny ears, because I found out that the bunnies lay the eggs where Jesus is. But I can't find Jesus in the eggs anywhere. Where is Jesus, Rev Kev?
Hi, Kayvon. How are you? So you're looking for Jesus, and you can't find him, right? No. Okay. So Jesus wouldn't be in the grass with the eggs. No. Easter bunnies or bunnies don't lay eggs. Chickens lay eggs, right?
Yeah!
Jesus is celebrated on Easter not because he's in an egg, but because the Spirit of Jesus is in you and in you and in all of us. We celebrate Easter because Jesus is telling all of us that no matter what happens to us, that we can rise again. We celebrate Jesus rising again, or the Yeah, or the Spirit of God, what we call the Christ, rising in you.
Aha! That's where Jesus is!
Yes. When we do the Easter egg hunt, we do that for fun. We do that for fun so that you can enjoy yourself celebrating the springtime. But Easter eggs are not about Jesus. No. And bunnies don't lay eggs.
The bunny didn't lay the egg?
No, not at all.
No Jesus in the egg. Okay. Okay.
But you can find Jesus rising in you like the spring rises each year. Yeah? Yeah?
Boys and girls, Jesus is not in the egg. Phew.
With that, we can enjoy our Easter egg hunt for fun and enjoy God rising in each one of us anytime we have a challenge, anytime we have trouble.
So Easter is when God rises up in each and every one of us. And each one of us can rise up from anything that we're going through.
We know we can always come back. We've got comeback power.
Wow!
Kayvon, you've got comeback power. Just like Jesus. Yeah? All right. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter, kids.
All right, I'll see you next time, boys and girls. Happy Easter! Happy Easter! Happy Easter!
And welcome to another edition of Unity of Sacramento Live and some news you can use. This is Rev Kev here with my main man, 1,000 grand.
How you doing,
Rev
Rev?
E in the house.
Good to see you, man. You're looking Easter dapper.
I'm feeling Easter dapper sitting next to you, brother. Happy Easter, happy resurrection. Come on, throw some hearts up for the resurrection. We're still rising in love around here, no matter what. More shout outs to our beloveds out here for our Easter drive-in experience. We see you out there. Throw up some hearts and love. Come on, give them a shout for the Easter drive-in experience.
Oh, good to see everyone.
All around the world and on the campus here. We're so grateful that you're joining us, and we can't wait to connect with you all in just a few minutes. We've got some important news that you can use. I want to start right off the bat. First of all, real quick, let me give some thanks and appreciation to some support we've been getting from some of our viewers who are ministers from around the country.
Fantastic.
Want to shout out Dr. Barbara King from Hillside in Atlanta, Bishop Jack Bomar, who's tuning in and watches us, Reverend Sherry and Reverend Cherie James out there in Los Angeles at Upchurch for Better Living. Happy Easter. We're sending you greetings from our campus. Want to give a shout out to Reverend Randy Rafiki at Unity Southeast down there tuning in.
Happy Easter.
Reverend Derek Wells in Chicago, Christ Universal Temple. Reverend
Brother
Galen
Rev.
Wells, happy Easter, CUT. Want to give you some love. Reverend Charles Taylor at
Yes.
Universal Truth Center, sending you some love. Give some hearts and thumbs up to our friends down in Florida. Reverend Pat Williamson giving you some love. And all of our friends who tune in and support us, especially our leaders. We know that this Easter is a unique experience for all of you, and just know that we stand with you in prayer, seeing everything turning out best and highest for all of you. So happy Easter and resurrection experience. So want to jump right in and hear what you've got coming up, Rev Kev. Rev E.
People say that a lot.
You've got a class coming up, and I'm excited about it. Tell the folks about the class. They need to start registering.
Love to, Rev. Listen, tomorrow we start our class. You want to register today for this class entitled Unleashing the Power of Affirmative Prayer. How to pray when it matters most. And I think this is one of those times when it does indeed matter. And so we're going to find out how to pray, not just a beg, not just an ask, but to pray with authority and dominion.
And to take the panic out of your prayers. I think that's so important.
It really is.
Why is it important for people to take the panic out of their prayers?
Because you're forgetting something that is very fundamental about prayer. Prayer is the language of the Spirit. And the Father already knows what you have need of before you even ask. So why are you panicking? Go into your prayer knowing.
Don't teach the class right now. I just want to. See, so how do they register for the class?
That's what you really want to know.
Yeah.
You want to know how to register, just go to www.unityofsacramento.com and press the link that is the banner right at the front page. It'll take you to our landing page with all of the information that you need to register.
And can they register through the app as well?
Yes, you can. You can register through our app. Just download the app, the Unity of Sacramento app, and you'll see it right on that front page as well.
Okay, so we want you to make certain that you get in this class. And I've already seen that from last week, people have already started jumping in. So this is exciting. And it's going to be right from your home, the comfort of your home. You're going to have more of the Unity of Sacramento experience right where you are. So we're really happy and excited that people will get a chance to jump in the class. Yeah?
Yes, and I'm going to invite you to the class on several occasions.
I get to come a couple times?
Yes, you get to come along.
All right, so I'm going to, listen, you know, when you get an invitation from the big guy right here, you know, you got to deliver. So I'm expecting to do my part to help you take the panic out of prayer.
Fantastic.
Thank you for the gift of being with you once again. You know,
Happy Easter.
Always a good Easter gift, hanging out with my brother Rev here. Oh, and speaking of Easter, we want to just give a shout to Dorothy and Harry Caston, the Caston family. They sent a photo in. Check out this photo of them in their Easter Sunday best. Look at them. They're looking sharp, looking like new money Easter Sunday. Thanks for sending that photo, and we love it. It's just the best around here.
Dapper Dorothy and Dapper Dan.
All right. Dapper. Happy Easter to you. So glad that you sent that in to us. So we also want to announce the birth and finally show you all a real picture of who I'm calling Rev Kev's baby girl. And she's my baby girl. She really doesn't.
Clear that up, Rev.
Okay, well, yeah, no, so I don't have a child coming into, not Anita, not. But our own Megan Cook Ham. I did say Megan Cook Ham, who is an usher here, and she's been a long-time member here. She's a member of the Cook family. I had the privilege of performing her wedding not long ago to her beloved Chris, and they were with child for a while there, and when they announced to me that they were having a child, I said to them, well, be good for you to go ahead and welcome that child on my birthday. Since it's going to be a spring baby. And lo and behold, would you believe Megan gave birth to this beautiful child you're looking at right here on your screen. Welcome, Ellen Abigail Ham. Ellen Abigail Ham to the family, to the Unity of Sacramento family. She was born on April the 2nd, my birthday. So this when I say this is a Rev Kev baby, that's what I mean. We share a same birth date, and so we're so happy. We love you, Megan and Chris. We're praying for you and Abigail.
Special.
Can't wait to get baby Abigail here in our arms back on this campus and meet her in person. Congratulations. And to the Cook family, just congratulations. Got to be over the moon.
You're who we prayed for.
Yeah. And she was born on, the word for the day when she was born was world peace. So I'm also calling her the world peace baby. So welcome in, Ellen Abigail.
Welcome,
very happy.
Ellen.
Yeah, yes. So it's such a beautiful thing. So we're still thriving, and I suspect there's going to be a baby boom around here since we've been so freed up to focus on one another.
We're serious about membership here at Unity of Sacramento.
Come on, throw some hearts up for the babies that's coming into the world. Yeah. Resurrection. All right. Y'all stop it. This is Easter church. Welcome back. We just had to have that moment because we've got to have something to do around here. The scripture tells us to be fruitful and multiply and fill Sacramento. Fill the earth. Gonna have some Corona babies around here. That's all right. We're ready to bless and baptize all of your babies. And so just send them on our way. We're so happy. Congratulations, Megan. Look at what you started.
Yes, the joy you bring.
To the world. Oh, just a heads up, something to put on your radar, and we'll be mailing you, sending you an email about this pretty soon. There will be a weekly meditation class that you can drop in, weekly meditation sessions with your favorite platform assistants that you've seen here. We recognize that you want a moment where you can have some breathing space in the week. We heard you. We're pulling that together. Stay tuned for announcements about that. That is coming up real soon.
Exciting.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
So people can continue to plug into the Unity of Sacramento experience with people that they love. So you're going to see some faces that you love real soon. Hearts and thumbs up for our amazing platform assistants who make and meditation leaders who make our experience at Unity of Sacramento rich and full. So grateful, so grateful. And while we're shouting folks out, let's shout out our amazing choir who's been pumping in the music, our music ministry who's been giving us amazing music throughout this entire service. So we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you. Can't wait to reunite with you on this campus, but you've been giving it to us like we deserve. So on this Resurrection Sunday, we are thrilled to open the mail here and take a moment and just to look in for a minute at all of these wonderful cards and letters. Again, thank you all who took the time to send me a happy birthday greeting, participated in the Rev Kev's virtual birthday bash that we held here on the campus. Did we have a ball?
So much fun.
Did we have a ball? If you missed it, you need to go back. You need to go back to our app, and it's loaded in the app. You can watch the whole thing. You can learn about some of my favorite things, my favorite people, my favorite recipe, both for my favorite drink and my favorite snack. It's up there, and you can take advantage of it, and it'll just bring some more joy into your life. But thank you for the birthday gifts and cards and letters and cash apps and donations. All of those things help and made me feel very special on that day. I want to take a moment to read a few cards and letters, if that's okay. Cool?
That's quite all right. Go
Hear
ahead.
from you.
Yes.
Hello, dear Rev Kev. This is from Deborah. Hello, dear Rev Kev from way over here. I just finished our Palm Sunday service. I'm so grateful for our live stream service and the huge loving effort you all are putting into it so that we can all stay fed and connected. My hope and prayer is that it's also keeping us all in the practice and custom of gathering together. So she wants to make sure that this is keeping us in the habit of our spiritual practice. Yes, indeed. She says, thank you for the prayer for my sweet Milani. And she also says, she admits that the hardest thing about this separation is she's missing hugs. Also, she's missing the shortage of TP. She says the TP, toilet paper, LOL. I really miss hugging people though. Give my love to all. Stay well and know that I pray for you as well. I love you, Deb Garcia. Thank you, Deb, for this
Thank you.
Wonderful card. We are baking hugs in the oven. We're sending you Wi-Fi hugs right now to right where you are. Looking forward to the day when we can just have a hug off when you get back. We're going to just have a good old-fashioned Unity hug off when we get back up in here. Just like wild and crazy kind of hugs, okay? Thank you so much, Deb, for that letter. Here's one from Dr. Lori, who writes us from New Mexico. Dr. Lori, you remember Dr. Lori?
Yes.
Yeah. She says, as humanity seeks to a new way of living, let the earth flourish with new beginnings. Unity family, thank you for your presence here on earth. Be well in every way. Dr. Lori. Thank you, Dr. Lori Eanes. We appreciate you thinking about us,
Dr. Lori.
writing to us, and supporting us here at Unity of Sacramento. Then I want a big shout out and thank you for a letter that we received from Shell. It was a short note. She's one of our very faithful and supportive members, and she writes, Rev Kevin Unity family, may this find everyone in our family safe, healthy, and well. Blessings and love I send to all of you. Love Shell, and she says, P.S. God is my source and I am his channel, and she submitted a tithe and love offering in support of our ministry. Thank you, Shell, for all that you do and your entire family for your continued support of this ministry. We receive that and we appreciate your kind and generous gift to Unity of Sacramento. Then I want to shout out some individuals who took some time. Well, here's another one, just a quick note from Dr. Howie. Thank you, Dr. Howie. Dr. Howie says, keep well, thank you, and sent a tithe in. Thank you, Dr. Howie. We appreciate your tithe. We want to thank Vicky for your tithe and support of our ministry. Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you so much, Vicky. Thank you, Diana Dobbs, for your tithe in support of this ministry. We got it, and we're putting it to good use here. Again, Lori Eanes, who sent a gift. Thank you so much, Lori. Frida in Kansas City, again, thank you so much for your support, and thank you for recently helping us. You know, we've got to do, because we're doing new things now, we're also having to get new software to do things, and she helped with an extra gift this past week so that we can get the latest software that we need to produce our services in this unique way. Thank you, Frida. We appreciate that. We love you. We bless you, and we thank God for you. I want to thank Shirley for her support. Denison, Shirley, thank you so much for your gift and your tithe and thinking about Unity of Sacramento and just writing to us. It means the world to us. Wendy, we want to thank you for your gift and tithe and support of Unity of Sacramento. Taking the time to write a letter and send your gift in, it means a great deal to us. I also want to thank Judge Renard Shepard for your continued support of this ministry and
you,
just
Judge.
consistently making certain that Unity of Sacramento is supported. And then Lavoya, thank you for just driving by the church and saying, hey, I'm dropping by and taking care of my spiritual home. Thank you so much. We got you. We got you. And Deb, thank you so much for your tithe and offering. Yes.
Isaac Nash.
And thank you, Isaac Nash, for your gift and your birthday card that came to me. I love you, I bless you, and I appreciate you. We miss you around here, Brother Isaac. Thank you so much. And we know that this message is reaching you at the perfect time. Blessings, and thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. You know, it's quite a bit, but it means the world that you sit down, that our people sit down and they think, how can I speak to the ministers and the team that's doing all the work around here? How can I speak to them and lift their spirits up? We appreciate that. And
it is inspiring. It really is. I so appreciate it and enjoy watching you just go through all these letters one by one.
Yeah, it means a lot. And it also means a lot that we have the helping hands of our angel response team. Come on, let's give them some hearts and thumbs up. Hearts and thumbs up to our angel response team, especially this week. Tell them what the angel response team did this week, because I'm buzzing to give this quick announcement. Come on, tell them.
We sent out the bat signal because we had a huge undertaking this week because Rev Kev got an idea from the Spirit, and when those ideas come, they involve a lot, but they are so gratifying. So we called them in to put a few things together for us. Do you want to tell them what we put together?
Yeah, so if you are here and you're a part of our Easter drive-in experience, in just a few minutes after this service, thanks to the support of our angel response team, all of you who are here will be receiving Easter baskets for you and for your children so that you can have a powerful and wonderful Easter experience. So give some hearts and thumbs up. Come on to our angel response team. They spent time making sure that all of those baskets were prepared and put together. They're beautiful. You're going to love them. In just a few minutes, we're going to come out of the building and we're going to distribute them to you in person. So you'll have the opportunity to just drive on by and pick up your basket, okay? And in every basket, there's an Easter egg, right? In every basket, there's an Easter egg, but there are some of you, there are 10 of you that have Easter eggs that we call the golden egg. There's a golden egg because there's a golden coin in your egg. There is a golden coin in your Easter egg.
What does the coin say?
I'm not telling them. They got to get it first. But I'll tell you this. If you have a golden coin, this golden coin entitles you to a private video prayer session with Rev Kev that will be sent to you. It's going to be customized for you. And all you need to do is just text in your golden coin, show us that you have that coin, email us, and we're going to take time to really settle in and record a very special prayer session just for you, something very special just for you. Isn't that wonderful?
It really is.
And go ahead.
There's a lot of wonderful surprises and gifts. That's just one of them that's in the baskets. So you really want to come and get yours.
And then there are the first 100 people to claim their baskets today. The first 100 of you to claim your baskets today, you have in that basket, among other things, a mask. And that mask can be for you, or it can be for a first responder, one of the heroes that we're going to pray for in a few minutes, the folks at the grocery store, maybe a nurse, a doctor, someone, a medical professional. The first 100 of you have a mask. You can use it for yourself. You can take it to someone who may be a senior, vulnerable, and needs that, or you can allow it to be an extension of your big give commitment and take it and drop it off in the name of Unity of Sacramento and just be a force for good that way. I think that's a wonderful opportunity. You can use it or you can give it. The first 100 will receive a special mask, and it is a certified mask, the kind that first responders can really use. And we would love for you to just make that impact. So if you're out there in our Unity of Sacramento Easter drive-in experience, it's coming in just a few minutes. Yeah?
Fantastic. I think that was one of those wonderful ideas that allows us to really stay with our big give commitment. That's so important.
Yeah. And we are still wearing and praying the Psalm 91 blessing for everyone here. We know that hundreds of you received your Psalm 91 bracelets recently. Some of you saw Kayvon wearing his bracelet and you loved it, so you wrote in for your bracelets. Know that if you haven't gotten it yet, they're going out more this week. More were created by our angel response team and blessed by us, and so they'll be sent out for you. And just continue to affirm that Psalm 91 blessing over yourself and over your family, your loved ones, and think of us in prayer each time you make contact with the site. This bracelet comes in line of sight of you. Just hold your spiritual community in prayer and know that we are holding you and the world in prayer. Yes? And in a moment, we're going to speak the word. We want to take a moment to invite you now to do your part, as others have done their part, to be of support to this ministry. This is such a critical time for us. Your giving at this critical time in the history of this ministry helps us to keep our doors open, our lights on, and our ministry strong. And we're committed, thank God, not to be one of the ministries that goes under because of this corona correction. Yeah?
Yes.
We've decided that we're going to keep on keeping on, and we're counting on you to do your part, big or small. We're asking, we need about 30 more of you to make an ongoing weekly contribution, automatic contribution through our app. If you would do that for us, it's going to make sure that keeps the doors open, lights on, and our ministry strong. And I'm inviting you to be a part of that giving opportunity right here and right now. Throw some hearts up in the chat room as we begin to create a field of love out of which we give today. We always give from a place of love. We always give from a place of a spirit of gratitude and thanksgiving. So if you would take your gift, take your phone, your app, however you are prepared to give right now to this ministry, and just allow love to flow through. Allow love to flow through. And let's bless our gift, our tithe, our love offering, our supporting gift, our emergency fund for the corona correction, however and whatever you're giving to. Take a moment to let that love flow through. Yeah, I feel the love. I see the love. I see the hearts flowing up. Just let me see them. Yeah. And let's pray now. Let's affirm this together. God is the instant, constant, ever-flowing, overflowing, abundant source of my unfailing supply. I give generously and joyously, and I receive freely and gratefully, and so it is. Amen and amen. Thank you. Thank you. thank you for rushing to make your gift. Whether you take the time and write it out and mail it in to us, if you want to send your gift in, there's a number of ways to get your gift in. Revy, tell them how they can get their gift to us here at Unity of Sacramento.
Well, like you mentioned, the best way to do it is through our app, because through the app, we get an opportunity to notify you of things that are happening all the time here at Unity of Sacramento. So all you have to do is take your smartphone or your tablet and text to us. Text Unity of Sacramento, lowercase, all one word, to 77977. That's Unity of Sacramento to 77977. You can also go to our website, unityofsacramento.com, press the donation button, and you can not only give there, but you can also set up your recurring auto tithe gift.
And you can also use the safe and secure link that's embedded right now in Facebook Live to make your gift. So take that link and use it now to make your recurring gift here to us at Unity of Sacramento. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you. And now as you make your gift, come on, type in the chat room, I am a force for good. I am a force for good. I am a force for good, because your giving empowers and empowers this ministry. I am a force for good. Yes, you are. Thank you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I appreciate you being a force for good for this ministry at this time. And now I want to take a moment to speak the word. Have some very important prayer requests. As mentioned earlier, Deb Garcia, she wrote in about Melania, and we're still holding Melania in the light. Little Melania was moved through a tragic experience, a difficult experience. We understand that things are progressing, and so we give thanks, and we continue to hold her in our prayers this week, okay? We're going to continue to do that. We also want to take a moment to give our prayer consciousness to Dr. Jazz Kouar, whose father made his transition this week, and she and her entire family are moving through this period of adjustment and grief. Her father was a sage and meant the world to the family, and especially to Dr. Jazz. And so we hold them in our prayers, and we know that for this entire family, the divine order and right conditions are now established, and you're moving through this period of adjustment with ease and grace and with the help of the Holy Spirit. Thank you so much, Dr. Jazz. We also want to take a moment to hold in prayer somebody very close to me and to my heart, and to the heart of the Ikran Coder family and the Ross family, my extended family and brother, who was tragically murdered this past week in Florida, our brother Garland Ross. We hold the whole family. We just blanket this whole family in our love and prayer. Such a beautiful soul. Garland actually came here to Unity of Sacramento. We brought him here to Unity of Sacramento. He performed with our choir in one of our Christmas concerts. Some of you remember him. Just hold that family in the light. They're moving through one of the most challenging periods of their lives. It's still tragic and traumatic to both Anita and I. And so just keep us in your prayers, okay? And we want to just take a moment right here and right now. Let me just see. We're holding Tracy in our prayers this week as she continues to overcome her exposure to corona. We're holding Fahiza Alim and her family, her 44-year-old cousin, in prayer this week, who's been exposed to corona at this time. And her Auntie Ruth, 85 years young. Hold her in our prayers this week. Loving presence, we just blanket this entire beloved community with the spoken word. We know that you said wherever two or three are gathered together, touching and agreeing on a thing, that there you are with resurrection power mighty in the midst of us. And so we speak this word of life and hope and renewal and transformation and resurrection. Come back for every soul reaching out for prayer, dipping in the pool that is Unity of Sacramento, a field that is infinite, moving everywhere, touching, inspiring, transforming, resurrecting, and making brand new. We give thanks. We're seeing depression broken. We're seeing financial burdens broken. We're seeing hearts open wide and healed. We're seeing love flashing and flourishing over the people that have called out for prayer. I know that you are as instant as we are, and that you can only do for us what you can do through us. So work through us, loving presence, to touch, heal, and inspire. I know that you hear us, because you hear us always as we pray, in the name and through the power of the living, loving Christ. For it is so. For it is so. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Ashe. Namaste. Blessings to all. And know that we continue to hold a prayer field for every one of you here. Every family, continue to write to us if you have a prayer request that you want to get into us. How do they get that prayer request into us here, Revi?
Simple. Just email prayer@unityofsacramento.com.
Get your prayer request in. You can also get a request in through our app and know that we are in tune with you. The field is always ripe for your prayers, and we hold the whole world in our prayer on this Resurrection Sunday. We're seeing that resurrection power happening for the whole world. Now, if you haven't had an opportunity to watch a previous episode of Unity of Sacramento Live, just go back to our app and take a look at it. There are many episodes to keep you inspired until next week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks, Brother Rev, for the opportunity to get some news that our people can use. I look forward to seeing you next week, and I look forward to seeing our Easter drive-in friends in just a few minutes as this service comes to an end. Here's some more music from our amazing music ministry on this special edition of Unity of Sacramento Live, Resurrection Sunday. Stay tuned.
One 1,828 millimeters. How long has it been since I've been outside? 1,828 millimeters. I don't remember what the sun feels like. What's daylight? What's sunset? At midnight, I'm drinking coffee. I'm scared to go out, there's corona outside. 1,828 millimeters. I'm trying to measure my social distance. I'm going nuts. I'm going nuts. I'm going nuts. Quarantine now. Stay in the house. Stay in the house. 1,828 millimeters. Why is it so hard for folks to stand 6 feet away? 1,828 millimeters. How can we get these folks to quit coughing right into the hair? Now all I see is germs on my right and left side. Now it really burns. There's Lysol in my eyes. It's time to say no now and bring the virus in. It's killing me 'cause I can't see all my family and friends. I'm going nuts. I don't wanna have another meeting on Zoom. I'm going COVID-19's gotta end soon. Talking to my mama on FaceTime. Mama, move in the screen. Move in the screen. I can't see you. Measure your social distance. Stay in the house. Ooh, yeah. Stay in the house, y'all.
Thank you so much for spending your Easter resurrection experience with us here on the campus in our Easter drive-in experience. We're going to see you in just a moment. or around the world for tuning in. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. We wish you a happy resurrection. And for those of you who are tuning in and say, Rev Kev, I want a little one-on-one time with you, I would love the opportunity to have you write in for a virtual spiritual counseling session. You can write to me at kross@unityofsacramento.com, kross@unityofsacramento.com, and request a spiritual counseling session, and my assistant will get in touch with you. Until next week, go forth and design a life of purpose, passion, peace, and prosperity, and live a resurrected life. Look forward to seeing you real soon.
You are greater than anything, and I worship you. You're bigger than life to me. You are God, and you are greater than anything, and I worship you. You're bigger than life to me. You are God, and you are greater than anything, and I worship you. You're bigger than life to me. You are God, and you are greater than anything. You are God, and I worship you. You are bigger than life. For my breakthrough, breakthrough. You are my breakthrough, breakthrough. Yes, you are my breakthrough, breakthrough. You are my breakthrough, breakthrough.
Now, I feel the presence. Got you right at the edge of your seat just for a breakthrough. Anybody here ready for your breakthrough this morning? Just feel right into that. Feel right into that. Breaking through the pain. Breaking through the sickness. Breaking through the struggle. Breaking through the poverty. Say with me right now, I claim my breakthrough right here and now. Come on, I claim my breakthrough right here and now. Take it, come on, take it, 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 take it. Take your breakthrough this morning. Take it.
You are the God of my
Take it, take it.
breakthrough.
Everything is your time.
You are the God of
Give thanks for
my
it. Just feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. You know why we don't have? Because we can't feel anything. Go ahead and feel it before it happens. Feel it before it happens. What would it feel like if you had a breakthrough? What would it feel like if you had a breakthrough? Aren't you tired of being lonely? Aren't you tired of being depressed? Aren't you tired of people talking about you and criticizing you and leaving you all by yourself? I want you to feel what it feels like to have joy in your life. Oh, feel that joy. Feel what it feels like to have a breakthrough this morning. A breakthrough this morning. Have the breakthrough. Take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. Yes. Let's give thanks for the breakthrough in advance. Let's sing out. Come on.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong
We all belong
to the family of God.
family of God.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong
We all belong
to God's infinite love.
infinite love.
And together,
And together we'll walk
hand in hand,
hand in hand,
Side by side.
we will take
a stand.
Take the stand.
We will stand up for love.
Stand up for love.
All over the world.
All over the world.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong.
We all belong to the family of God. We belong.
And so we leave this service, but never the presence, affirming the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Amen. And together, we'll walk hand in hand, side by side. We will take a stand. We will stand up for love all over the world. We all belong. We all belong. We all belong. We all belong. We all belong to the family of God. We belong. Go forth and take your mind back. Amen.